Hey, old Maddie here. Hi, Maddie here. Just went and saw at the movies Man of Steel. I won't give any spoilers or nothing. Did I enjoy it? Yes. Was it everything that I expected it to be? No. How do I come to that conclusion? The movie was a bit more sci-fi than I anticipated. There was a lot of technology and space and that in it, and I'm all for revamping characters. I mean, Christopher Nolan did really good with the Batman, making him a bit more gritty, a bit more dirty, a bit more dark. I don't like I'm not entirely sold on the direction they made with this Superman. He was not as cliche and gimmicky as, say, the comic or the cartoon, but I think they might have steered a bit too far. I'm finding it hard to say without actually spoiling the damn movie for people that haven't seen it. I'll give my initial things, and there's something I'll talk about it more. And what I'll do, I'll say spoiler alert and put an icon on the screen. Then you'll know that if you want to switch off, switch off. Look, I found it. If I had to rate the movie out of 10, I'd give it a good 7, a pretty high 7. I thought it was pretty good and pretty well done. It was definitely worth the time to go down and sit and watch it. There was a lot of action, a lot of thrills, not too many slow, soppy parts, you could say. I think they did really well. He's not starting from the start as such, but more glimpsing and sort of patching as the movie went along. That was good, because there's nothing worse with a lot of Superman movies. They sort of start from scratch. The last Superman movie, Superman Returns, got a lot of negative review. I personally didn't mind it. I am a bit biased because I'm such a big Superman fan, but I didn't mind it. I didn't think it deserves such a bad rap than what it got. Yeah. I can understand where some people think, but some people sort of go too in depth in movies, and here I am just sort of, popcorn the kettle black, just saying I didn't like the direction I sort of delve in too much into the movie. But the last Superman did have its cliches, Lex Luthor and Kryptonite. This movie didn't really have that. That was one thing in its bonus. It sort of proved that Superman does have his weaknesses, and Kryptonite's not the only thing. So that's the thing. A couple of things I want to elaborate on. So I'll say me spoiler alert now, and there's my little icon. So if you want to switch off now. I'm not going to give away any plot twists or anything like that, but I will say a couple of things. All right. As we know, Superman doesn't kill. That's one of his things. He'll always put himself first before anybody else. He kind of did that in this movie, but while a lot of death and destruction was happening around him, he sort of turned a blind eye to it. He sort of let people die and be killed and not sort of did anything about it. It was that sort of... That's what I'm talking about. I don't like that direction. Look, they didn't go that much. They didn't make him out to be a bad person. They sort of made it out to be like, hey, crap happens, such as such. I'm sitting here, fighting the bad guy. I can't be flying around everywhere, picking everyone up as they're falling out the sky. That's saying that, though. There was a few occasions where it wouldn't have been hard for him to do that, if that makes sense. Look, it's not really a spoiler, but it is sort of a plot thing that a lot of people probably won't appreciate me saying if they haven't seen the movie already. So that's why I said spoiler alert. Look, I'm happy with my 7 out of 10 rating. It's definitely worth going and see. It's not the best movie I've seen so far this year. I think the best one I've seen so far, believe it or not, is Star Trek Into Darkness. I think that movie was absolutely fantastic. It's probably the best movie I've seen, and probably the next movie I'm going to go see is The Heat with Sandra Bullock. I don't mind a good comedy, and this, from what the previews are going, this looks like to be pretty funny. So, until then, signing off. Just a quick one, movie review. Alrighty, catch ya.